Let's take you down south first. In a major move to prevent urban flooding in Bengaluru, Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar has now launched a crackdown on illegal constructions blocking stormwater drains. Now the warning is loud and very clear. Encroachments that choke the city's drainage system will face the bulldozer action. Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar has now invoked the Disaster Management Act to target buildings obstructing stormwater drains. He said, "We are not targeting properties, but we will not spare encroachments that turn rain into floods." The BBMP has now been given a free hand to inspect and also act on the same. Areas like Manyata Tech Park are already under the scanner of it. DK Shivakumar made it very clear that court stays and civic apathy will no longer delay this action. The administration is in fact moving ahead with demolitions, and building owners have already been asked to cooperate with the same. The Deputy Chief Minister assured fair compensation, but only for legitimate structures. Illegal constructions, he warned, will not be spared. As Bengaluru gears up for monsoon, the message from the top is unambiguous. If your building causes flooding, prepare for consequences. And he has very categorically mentioned that we are not targeting the houses, but the illegal structures that turns rain into floods. My colleague Mohammad Wajiullah joining us live on the broadcast this morning. Wajiullah, very good morning to you. First up, let's walk our viewers through the latest that you have picked up. How far has the demolition drive reached?
Good morning to everyone. Well, the demolition drive hasn't started yet. Firstly, it is important for the government to identify those structures that have been encroaching stormwater drains and are built over the areas which block the stormwater drains. So the first act of the government will now be to identify these encroachments, to mark them, and then give them notices on why this has happened, and after which will we see action being taken. But what is surprising is the sudden move of this entire operation. We've been seeing how DK Shivakumar and the Chief Minister have been doing rounds across the city for the last few days since the southwest monsoon lashed Bengaluru with 309 more than 309 of rainfall, where we saw most of the parts of the city was flooded. There was waterlogging in many places, difficult situations for vehicle to pass. Causing a lot of traffic jams across the city. When it was looked into the matter and why this is happening again and again, it turned out that there's a lot of stormwater drains which have been encroached. There is no water entry inside those stormwater drains, which are resulting in water logging in these places. Now, the place where we had done a report, which was seen on our screen a few seconds back, was Wilson Garden area, Shanti Nagar area, where there is a stormwater drain, but you still have water getting accumulated outside the stormwater drain because the entry points to those places have been blocked by nearby construction. Now the government is become serious with regards to these encroachments and have now given out a warning. Now identification will be done, and after which will we see some action or some bulldozers being moved to clear those encroachments.
Right, Wajiullah, but is it only the fault of those illegal structures or, the congested areas as far as Bengaluru's situation is concerned? Because we are looking at some wide lanes also being inundated with the water. What exactly is the cause of, this inundation and this collection of water, that too on some of the posh roads?
The most important reason for water logging in the city is because most of the part of the city is built over lakes. And when it rains heavily, the water that we see there that gets accumulated has no other place to go but to find its old route or the old track that leads to the lake, which was once supposed to be there, where now houses a big building or an apartment or an housing society. So these are one of the biggest reasons why there is water logging in most parts of the city, because the water does not have any other place to seep into. Now, the stormwater drains that were built across the cities to make sure that these waters have at least some part to go to and that gets collected and then recycled. But then those encroachments that have happened over these stormwater drains have become a cause of worry. Now, the intention of the government, as the DK Shivakumar has mentioned, is not to damage any property or to demolish any property. but to make sure that the city doesn't suffer anymore. And he's urged the people to cooperate. Well, on the other hand, he also said that if there is any honest mistake done by anybody or any officials who have done a mistake or something that has happened with regards to construction that has been there for a long time, getting unchecked, all these compensations will also be provided to the party if it is not their part of the mistake. So these things have been assured to the people, but how much will it now implement on the ground? When will it be implemented on the ground? It will be something that will be chalked now because the most important part is to identify these properties before going and demolishing them. Also finding the cause on why it was built. Who are the people behind the BBMP officials who gave permissions for all of this? How was these plans sanctioned? All of these things will have to be scrutinized. It just cannot be blamed on the owners of properties that they've constructed this. The most important thing is on these officials who have given those permissions.